Hey everyone, no Respawns here. Hope you're having a grand week. So in this video, we're going to be building at Solomon's Pond, which is a really pretty area. So I'll show you where we are. So Solomon's Pond is just here. So there's the White Spring Station. There is the White Spring Resort, and it's kind of nice and central. And so basically, I was here a week or so ago, and I saw someone had built their camp here, and I was like, ooh, because I didn't realise you could build so close. And just as I got to about here, they'd logged out, and I didn't get to look around. So if your camp was here, it had a big staircase, and it was like here. Yeah, cool place. Thanks for the suggestion, person of mystery. But you've got quite a nice build area here. So I've placed it. You can get it. I think this is about as close as you can get it. So you can kind of, as you see right here, I built these so I can line up things and do them quicker. But you kind of merge it into the bridge. And there's a few bits and pieces around here. Someone's camp over there. You can see the red rocket thing. And there's this kind of like gathering stuff. It's just a nice location. There's also power armor that spawns over there. And the enemies are fixed. So you either get ghouls or you get wolves. And they're mostly over there. And then you'll occasionally get one meandering around here. But that's just it. And it's like, it's not always there. So it's pretty nice. So yeah, anyway, let's just jump straight into it. So I built this up. Just popped the foundation. This is as close it can do with actually having the stairs in there. And what I'm doing is I'm making a wee little staircase. So I thought this would be cool. I hope it's cool. So we're gonna snap there like that. And then we're gonna raise that one up a wee bit. So slightly lower staircase. So then I should be able to do this. Boink, boink, boink. And then I should, I'm going to just double check the heights. It should be good. Yeah, it should, yeah, this should go over the stone. This should pretty cool. So basically, I'm actually, so I've been kind of doing this thing where I was in the mire for ages. So this is actually my main character again. As those of you who follow the channel for ages know that I have like several characters. And this is me main man. Oh wait, no, that is one too big. This is my main dude, my main boy. And then I moved my base, and I kind of been moving quite a lot on this guy. Normally I don't build on my main character so much. I usually have my specific building character. And it's mainly because I keep doing kind of quite cool looking places that aren't maybe long-term livable. So I'm going to try and make this his long-term livable place. And I've got quite a nice structure. It's a bit smaller, because another thing I do is I tend to do massive structures that tend to use up all of your build budget to decorate. Well, I'm not going to do that this time. And also, it should look quite secure, because we're going to do a thing. This one's actually going to have reinforced beams. It's going to be a whole thing. Just you wait. There we go. Get in there, you shit. Thank you. These are the decking on the outside, in case you haven't figured it out. Right, so what I mean by steel awesomely cool reinforced beams is we are going to do a thing super quickly. And it's going to have beams. I'm going to put these stairs in so I can do it as efficiently as possible. Otherwise, I'm going to spend ages building nonsense. Don't worry about my budget. I've got literally everything I need stored up already. So I potentially might need more floors, actually, but other than that. So I've mentioned this technique a million times at this point. But what you can do is you can use these wee walls here. Walls? They're not walls, David. They're floors. You can use these wee floors here to actually force beams to snap in on the corners rather than in the middle of things, because snapping in the middle of things makes loads of sense, as you will know. And what I'm doing now, a little bit of an advanced technique, is if you put these in first, you can snap walls onto them. So you can basically, the idea is you can make very cool reinforced structures. Are these all facing the right way? They need to face the right way. Oh, they are facing the right way. It's good. Oh, I think they also face the right way. Right. So I've got the whole structure planned in case you haven't figured it out already. Cool. Right, come here, you. So I'm doing this speedily because it can take a while. Oh wait, no, I fucking missed one, haven't I? Bloody missed one, innit? Dickhead. Honestly. What a twat. Yeah. So this should look, well, it does look really grand because I want to build it once, but I'm quite excited by this one because it's quite the end result is quite like a reinforced, kind of like, it just feels like a bit more of a permanent cabin, which I really, really like. Another thing, so those of you who are eagle-eyed and saw the Atom Store the other day, Bethesda were giving away, they started doing free items a bit more often, and they gave away one of the wallpapers. Now, I'd never used the wallpapers because I didn't like any of the designs, and I just assumed incorrectly that they only were usable with the stone walls. In actual fact, you can use them on the on any walls, and what it does is it actually changes the interior texture as well. So, for example, on like the wooden walls, which I'll show you in a bit, these ones, rather than having that really ugly, you know, kind of decking on the inside and all the gaps, instead you have this completely gapless. It just looks really cool. You will see in a wee sec. Let me just put me pillars in. Get in there, you shit. Thank you. In you go. And I'll take you off temporarily. Try to do this quickly because that looks cool. It does take a bit of time, yeah. Takes a wee bit of time. It can take a bit. Gorgeous. Right. Okay. Now put the foundations back in. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this this kind of like reinforced look. It's one just because I think it looks cool, but it was an accident because I originally built the cabin just like with the kind of panelled walling, and there were gaps in between the walls, and I was like, right, let's build this a bit more secure. So that ended up with this. Okay, I just do this side. Sure. I have the entire structure planned off by heart, so mainly because you can probably see it's going to take a wee bit, so I have to motor, otherwise the entire video will be me just doing this nonsense. Oh, you need to come off. I don't need you anymore, you bastard. And then it needs to be. I can take that one. I can take that one. Good. Cool. And that one. You can probably actually, as you probably noticed already, I'm being a little bit, you know, liberal with the walls, just because the floors rather, just because, you know, it's quicker just to kind of put them all in and take them off in one big go. But you know, you can pretty much do this entire thing with like 2. I'm just trying to save myself time. Bum 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 bum. I'm only because I have millions of them stored up already anyway. Okay. It seems to face the set way each time. As long as they're just an even position, I don't really mind. Ah, see, that one's not facing the right way, mate. I think it's because it's not facing that way. Yeah, it's not facing that way. I'll get a little bit obsessive if one of them's facing the wrong direction. There we go. It's because of the way that was. Cool, noted, and I know that now, so that's good. And then just this side left. Yeah, I accidentally discovered you could do this. It's just kind of, it's all about, a lot of people don't realize that, I mean, I mentioned this a lot, but if you don't watch my videos, you won't know this, but often with this engine, because it uses the same engine as Fallout 4, it's just all about build order. And that's all it really is. So I've got all of the posts in. I'm not going to do the posts on this part here, because they get stuck. And there's going to be fence posting there anyway, which I'm going to put on now, so I don't have to worry about taking it off and on again. It's quite fun building stuff in this order as well, because it just kind of, I don't know, it just looks a bit weird. It feels like a really, like, you know, like I'm you know, actual architect making something a bit more secure rather than just someone using a building thing, because I'm building all the framework first. It's very fun. Right, and we can actually, you know, we can crack on with it now. So that was emotional, wasn't it? Okay. Bump. Ah, get back there, you. Get in there, mate. Yeah, handy little technique. This, it's just, it adds a little bit more, as you'll see when when I get to the exterior of the house. It just kind of adds a little bit more, I don't know, I guess character to the kind of the exterior. You can see them on the inside. It's more noticeable on the outside, and it just kind of feels a little bit more, I don't know, chunky. I like it. Makes me happy. Get in. I've got a nice little structure planned as well. You'll love it. Or you might not love it, but you should love it. It looks very nice. Okay, and now we need to put some more on, because it goes up one level. Boop. Get in. Get in, you shit. Grump. Grump. Not that side, just these two in the middle. Just you two twats. Right, okie dokie. So yeah, this is, I went for kind of like a, I like using my roofs. I've mentioned this quite a few times. Roofs are cool. Roofs are fun. Love a good roof. And, yeah, these ones are fun. The only thing, as you'll see in a second with the wallpaper, is because we can't change the roof texture just yet, it can look a little bit, you have to kind of blend it. If you do the roofs like I do them, you tend to have to kind of want to factor that in, as I'll explain in a wee sec. Get in there, you shitbag. Thank you. Yeah. Get in there. Gorgeous. Oh, free range. Yeah, that's a quest that's near here as well. And then we're gonna put one here temporarily. Only for a thing. And the thing is another roof. Which is gonna go that way, like that. I take that out, don't I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, it has a whole little thing getting this in. One sec. I'll just put the whole thing on. You gonna let me place this down temporarily there, boy? Thank you. Get in, you shit. I put you on here before. But this exact same issue before. Get in there, you little shit. Get in. Oh, I think I know how to take these off first. Yeah, I take those off first. I think. Yeah, it's because it doesn't like them. Come on, come on, come on. Give us a minute. Yeah, there we go. Got it. It's because it can't see. There we go. Got it. Yeah, I did it. I might better put those on still, actually. Let's see if I can. You gonna be nice? Nah, it's fine. So I can't have it just there, but it's okay because it doesn't need to be there. It's fine, right? And I can take these off. Ooh, look, we have a little bit of a thingy, a thing, whatever it's called. One of them. We got one of them, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna probably have to get rid of all these floors. Otherwise, oh wait, because I've got about 1 million of them stored up, and it's gonna take up all of my build limit, isn't it? I can find the shits. Oh, actually, no, not those. I need them. Where are you, you fuckers? You're right at the bottom. What a knob. They take up a surprisingly large amount of build room as well. Look at that thing go down. It's loads. It's almost as big as the old thingies, the armored rules. Right, you get in there. Don't worry about that texture going through because once we put the walls on, the wallpaper, it's all grand. Okay, and then voila. Right, and then we do the inside. So the wallpaper, very, very cool. You see where it says, you just go to edit, you just doesn't show it when you're on the floor. When you're on a wall that's usable, just press that button, and you go and you can change it. And it's just this. Changes it. Jump. So it changes the interior texture, and it's very, very, very nice. Obviously, though, you may have noticed already, is that it contrasts a little bit weird with the ceilings, and you can't actually change the ceiling texture yet, unfortunately. So what you need to do is, well, you can just put up with it, or you can do a little pan. So this was the free one. I don't know if it's still available or not. It was only, I don't know if it's like a 24-hour thing, but they're going to be available quite often, I think. So you'll be fine. I do hope they give us new roof options and ceiling options. So I've made a lot of things. Potentially might change the floors, but I'll do that in a tech kind of a and the decoration phase. So it just feels a little bit more like, look at this, it feels like a really nice cabin. And, you know, you go from, you know, the kind of more kind of slightly kind of log cabin almost look on the outside, and then, oh, it's all kind of very fancy on the inside. And that was the point of the steel beams. I kind of wanted it to feel like this was something that had, you know, like a rich executive working for Nuka-Cola had commissioned, you know, just before, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. That was my kind of little, and also it's just, you know, maybe your character wants a slightly more secure home. Anyway, Let's just do bits on the outside, and then I can go to the decoration phase. And also, it's getting dark. Can you see? I never want every time that person's got the red rocket pack, and I'd like that rocket thing, but I'm not buying the fucking pack just for that goddamn rocket. It ain't worth it, son. It ain't worth it. There are a few little decoration bits where I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Not for a bloody rocket. Right, okay. We will go there. Yeah, we'll do that. I have a little bit of a thing over here. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Jill loves it. Aye. Is that going to be too close? I think we're good to go. Probably match it so that one matches. Yes, thank you, you shit. So basically this is going to be like a little wee fishing area. Nearly done. Off the building part, then I have to disappear and decorate the entire thing. Oh, I loves it. And we'll pop a door on as well. Lovely. I don't know what I'm doing accents for. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, to be honest. Now doors. I honestly like the blue door. I like the contrast as well. Okay, so let's have a little look-see around it right now. What I'll do is I'll even go to old photo mode. We'll check that. So see what I mean with the structure on the outside? It's a really nice, clean cabin look. And just putting those metal supports on the outside as well just kind of makes it, this, could survive a blast, or at least kind of, it's not going to get blown down, it's not going to leak, it's probably got insulation, that kind of level of cabin, which I really like. Anyway, I'm going to disappear, going to do a little bit of decoration. I'm thinking of maybe actually adding a little bit of a spire to the top, I may or may not. And yeah, you guys can see it in all of its decorated glory. One mo. And we are done. Really pleased with how this turned out. Let me get myself to a slightly nicer distance. So I did add a nice little turret at the top, and also I didn't use up all of my build limit with this one, which is quite pleasant. So I've got a nice player home here, and also it's lovely weather as well. You can see the ghouls actually over there just wandering around, but they're not close enough that they actually engage. But look at the way it blends. This is what I was kind of, going with this. It looks, I mean, obviously other than ideal world, I'd be able to link that staircase up to the bridge kind of a bit more perfectly, but it still kind of blends in really, really nicely with this whole area, and kind of to the point where this feels like, part of it, which was the look I was trying to go for. So let's just give you a little bit of a wee tour. I'm thinking soon of actually doing a decorating video, because rather than me kind of like decorating an entire structure, it takes a couple of hours. Instead, I'll just do like a kind of... I've done one years ago for Fallout 4, and it might be quite nice to do one for Fallout 76 as well. Because there are a few little techniques you can use to kind of give yourself a nice looking... It's nice looking visuals for 76, because obviously it's sometimes a little bit challenging to get something that works, given that we don't have the same tool set as, say, we had in Fallout 4, or even if you have like the creation kit, and kind of making mods, you can kind of make things a lot cooler and more realistic, whereas this one doesn't look realistic as such, but it has that kind of certain Fallout 76 realism style, which I've mentioned before. But it looks quite cozy, which I'm quite pleased. So I managed to squeeze in, it was actually quite hard getting the water purifiers in there, so I've got 2, which is fine. I don't have any food, but to be honest, most of my food is just cranberry cobbler, and at least for now, we can't grow cranberries, so, yeah. I'm actually looking forward to when the Christmas season officially starts, because I want to get some Christmas decorations up in this house, because Davey loves his Christmas. So instead, I've still got the Halloween ones up, because they're awesome. I'll show you the inside in a sec as well. Got my little vendor area. It's all very nice. I'll show you a bit of my build limit, but basically I've got about, like, an 1/8 left? Maybe, like, basically enough that I can put, quite a few new decorations down, for not having to worry too much. Helps that I don't have any turrets, and I don't have a, what do we call it, any like big generators or anything. Got a place for you to poop. Yeah, got a place for you to poop. Wash your hands there as well. Look at this. Oh, motivational poster. We're all in this together. Go on, you can win that poop. Right, let's just go in here, shall we? So the decoration looks cozy. I said I wanted it to be not too busy and with enough space that I can put a few bits and pieces down. So it looks nice. It looks nice in here. You've noticed I've left a few bits. I quite like my little kitchen stroke chem cooking area as well, but I've left a little bit of space for me to kind of, because this will be my character's kind of living area, like my main. I've left some space for him for shenanigans. I've also got Prince the Frog finally, and I think this has been mentioned a few times. Mans needs her much bigger place to live in. That is too small. But he does make a nice little noise, which is grand. So yes, very, very pleased with how this turned out. It's cozy. I really, really, really like the walls because it's a really nice contrast. You know, this is the look that you'd normally only get with the stone houses on the inside, but now I actually have it with a wooden house as well. So I hope you guys like that. Let me get myself back into video mode, map mode. Oh yeah, let me show my build limit as well. 1 second before I do my little hope you guys like that thing. 1 second. So there we go. You see I've got a wee bit left over, and I've literally got a decontamination shower left. I might put that down, I guess, but I couldn't find a place for it. Boop. And then let's do a little bit of the old thing so you can see me in a bit more. There we go. So it looks really, 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 really nice. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. As always, follow me on Twitter @NoRespawns. As I said, I might do a decoration video rather than me kind of, I guess, building something and decorating it, more just kind of like little techniques you can use to kind of, that little things, you know, you probably, those of you who really pay attention to my tours may notice that I use like certain repeating decoration techniques and mixed together. They look quite nice and they just make for like a nice effect. And I've noticed on other people's bases sometimes they still struggle with it because it's kind of hard to kind of know what to do with such a limited tool set. But anyway, I'll have more videos up soon, so I actually owe you an extra one for this week. I'll see if I can squeeze in a Let's Play, as well as something else. I'm going to be in Paris next week, but I still will do videos. It's just on my way for 3 days, but it should be fine. But until the next video, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. As always, follow me on Twitter @NoRespawns, and you have a grand time. You take care.